times. Zero GRL, welcome back, my friend. 4 months.
4-month resub and still haven't moi spammed. Low percentage play.
Pretty low percentage play with a lack of moi spam. Do you go for kickoff? First one, yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. First kickoff is going to be normal, but like I told these guys, every kickoff after this, the person who just got scored on gets free possession. So it's kind of a something that should replicate real sports. Oh, Mognus with a good grab to start things off. Very, very good pickup here. The spikes is probably one of the most deadly from close range. Didn't get a chance to see what Deevo had. He might have had spikes of his own there. He didn't show his hand. So Deevo should get free possession here. Yeah, he's just getting a free possession. So Mognus is giving it to him just because we're gonna test this out. Try and replicate kind of the serving the ball mentality. Oh, that's a good freeze by Deevo. You get the ball away from Mognus' attempted clear, but Mognus with the very quick reactions with the grappling hook. And he's up by 2. Great start for the boy from Finland, the boy from Team Secrecy. Mognus is a player who recently was on stream doing the 180 backflip flick, the 180 BFF, if you will. And now people are going to his stream and asking him, are you the 180 backflip guy? Which is great. So now I want you guys to always call Mognus the 180 backflip guy. Or the 180 backflip flip. 180 BFF. Just call him names like that. Deevo with the boot. But unfortunately, Mognus has got the grappling hook again. So good defensive ability with the grappling hook. Oh, he's actually got the magnet. I thought I heard grappling hook. Turns out it was a lie. Just gonna freestyle magnet this one in. Of course, Deevo did use the boot at the other end. Probably didn't have another power up just yet. And he's down by 3. Mognus is a great start here against a player who's far more confident in 1v1s, but maybe not Rumble 1v1s. We shall have to wait and see how this develops, because there's a long way to go. The thing with the Rumble, or the thing that I've seen in most of the Rumble games that I've seen, is that goals, there tends to be less goals than in a normal 1v1, and it tends to favor defensive players a little bit more. So I don't know if that's going to hold true for this match. We'll have to wait and see how it develops, but as it stands, Mognus is doing a great job. Very good attack, and oh my word, what a play! Mognus accidentally bumps Deevo, but the plunger play was really, really solid. Look at this strategy. So he accelerates the ball to the side to make it look like he's going for the boost steal, but he's actually just going to take a diversion into Deevo's goal. Really, really smart play by Mognus. He's up by 4. And again, Deevo's going to get free possession because Mognus has been the previous person to score every goal this game. So 4 free possessions for Deevo. He's yet to convert any of them into a goal. Of course, it's very power-up indicative, but Mognus again with the better power-up in this situation. And an aerial shot to get the shot. Oh, Deevo nearly keeps it out with the storm. Very close at the top corner. A 5-0 down is Deevo now. I want to see this again, if Deevo could have done more here. I mean, I'm saying could he have done more here? Probably not. Or he probably could, but really? How are you supposed to know which way the ball's going to be manipulated by the storm? Somebody might be insanely good at dribbling with the storm in the future. Of course, we saw Louty scoring in the Move the Mountains show match with the storm, which is something incredible that we might never see again. But we can all say that we're going to be glad that we saw that one. Oh my word, look at the control by Mognus! This guy is insane right now. First he's on stream the other day doing a 180 backflip flick. Now he's lining up a shot with the boom power up. Absolutely blasts it in the top corner. 137 kilometers an hour. Incredible stuff. Yeah, no one-man spamming in the chat, guys. You will get banned by me or by one of the mods. If I can actually click in the right place. There we go. Get banned. Easy peasy. You're allowed, if you're... Oh, what a freeze by Mognus. You're allowed to, like, everybody try and say the same message in chat. If you're all just, like, democracy talking the same message, that's fine. But one-man spamming, nah, come on. If your copy-paste doesn't catch on, it probably just isn't funny enough. And Deevo forgets to give Mognus the free possession because he's been getting so many free possessions from Mognus scoring. But he does remember the last second, so credit to him. And now Mognus is going to try and dribble with the storm, but it is pretty difficult to do. Probably going to get Deevo in a weird position here. Deevo does get sent up to the sky very briefly. Mognus, of course, looking for the Brazil now. This is one of the highest scoring Rumble matches I've seen. And pretty much largely due to Mognus' accuracy with several power-ups. And also the fact that Deevo has been overextending quite a lot. He's definitely been voted in. There's the Brazil Mognus with the boot and the open net finish. Didn't get a good look at this from Mognus' POV. Deevo tried to fake jump, and Mognus just absolutely slaps him to the ceiling. Brazil in game 1. And yeah, any shoutouts that I miss at the during the show match, I will catch them later. But I'm spotting Dave the Abuser with 2 months, RG Spectre chucking some bits in the cup, Kitchens 491 with the new sub, and Holt with the 4 months. Welcome you guys, much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. And this is just a very one-sided game 1. Deevo needing a little bit of time to warm up perhaps. Mognus has been playing on his own stream for quite a while, and he's looking fresh, looking ready. Air dribbles it low with the spike. Saw Deevo pre-jump in. Deevo not even close to this one, although it would have been an extremely good challenge if he managed to intercept this, because with Mognus, his ability to turn the ball around any way he wants makes it super difficult to challenge that. Obviously, you'll see that even at the lowest level, people will just jump and air dribble into the net with the ball just spinning in one very obvious rotation, but Mognus there was throwing it all over the place. Super difficult for Deevo to challenge. And I think that was, yeah, it was actually Deevo who got swapped there by Mognus, because now we see Deevo using the whatever you call it, the disruptor, I think it's called, where you give the other player unlimited boost. Oh, Mognus going for what would have been an air roll haymaker shot, but it turns into a haymaker own goal. So that's not what I like to see. No, it won't matter though. 8-2 is a very, very solid lead. I'll be extremely surprised if Mognus manages to throw this one. Will Deevo remember to leave the ball in face-off? Yes, he will, but only after Mognus goes way off center. It'll take a while for Deevo to just get rid of his muscle memory and start to command himself not to go for that face-off. Very difficult to do that. And Mognus with the disruptor onto Deevo. Deevo haymaker save though. Impressive stuff. You gotta remember, after the disruptor has been used, Deevo's got full boost right there, so he can just go right back into offense. Probably one of the weaker power-ups in my opinion is the disruptor, because although you can get your opponent to perhaps go too fast in a situation where they're trying to be controlled, they do end up with 100 boost at the end of it, so that's one of the weaknesses. Mognus, very, very good use of the air double. Look how he just carries the ball through the air. Deevo getting the save regardless with the spikes, and his back wheels look like they're barely able to give him the acceleration that he needs here. I thought his front wheels licked off the ground in this situation. Oh, the fact that he's able to steer there shows us that his front wheels were barely touching the ground, but that was very close to Deevo not being able to turn. Of course, if your front wheels are completely lifted off the ground, the physics in Rocket League does actually hold true that you can't turn unless your front wheels are on the ground, because those are the wheels that do turn. That's why cars used to have different turning circles as well. Oh no, Deevo. He had an open net shot, tried to get it in a little bit quicker with the plunger, but all he does is he plunges it into his own bum, and he's done a 2-goal miss instead. So there is the smallest chance of a comeback there. Even if he did score, it would have been 8-4 with about 20 seconds to go.
Build a ladder.
Mefin1, thanks for the resub, dude. I see that you guys are breaking and building ladders in the chat. So, like I said, if people are putting in too many rungs in the ladder by themselves, you will get timed out. But if you're just chucking in 1 rung each, that's absolutely fine. I've got no problem with that. Mognus with a commanding game 1 victory here against Deevo. I'll very quickly get this score up and then get into game 2. Here's one I made earlier. Look at that, so fast. The production value on my stream has just risen tenfold recently. How does he do it? Why is it rumble? Just for a bit of fun. That's Spoofy Monkey with the 6-month badge upgrade. No message, but I appreciate you, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back. A lot more green badges in the chat these days, as some of the 6-month subs are moving up to 7 months. 5 months are moving up to 6 months. Tarazard the Charizard with the 2 months. Welcome back as well to you. Very much appreciate the support, my friend. Is Deevo going to be able to do any better here? That's a very good flick, but Mognus should have a power up under his control. Deevo tries to pick up the mid boost. Babzingo with the sub. Welcome, dude. New sub. Very much appreciated. Oh, there we go. So this time Mognus with the spikes again, but it gets countered. Oh, he tried to loop the ball in at the last second there, but he was unable to do it in time. The ball did fall off, and the wall shot from Deevo is off. Mognus is up regardless, and a great wall clear. That's phenomenal by Mognus. He might have actually grabbed the boost as well. Yes, he has, but Deevo gets the outplay with the freeze, but unfortunately Pro players can't aerial frozen balls. Oh, never mind. Deevo does get it in because Mognus can't keep the save out of the net. I think that Mognus could have saved this one. Let's take a look. Did he even know that it was going in? Yeah, he didn't think it was going into the last second. That's the misplay. If he'd known that was going in, he wouldn't have gone for that weird sort of approach where he's underneath the ball looking at the circle on the ground. He would have just gone for the rebound to the backboard and tried to clear it.
Hey Johnny, do you think they will do another Rumble tournament, mid-season madness, this year?
I did the abuser. Thanks for the 420, and yes, I believe they will. If you look at the schedule for RLCS, which has already been announced, open net missed by Deevo. What is he doing with the boomer? But yeah, they have announced that already. I think the mid-season madness is going to happen. Should probably be a money match, or there should be money on the line for that, and I'm sure there will be some form of Rumble involved. Because out of all the mutators and like if we take like mutators and Rumble and all of the other game modes that they had last season, I think Rumble was the most fun one to watch. I don't know about you guys. What do you can maybe tell in the chat what you enjoyed. Deevo with the mind game here. Mognus did not need to go for a block here. He might have been better served by just hitting the ball. Yeah, Mognus getting a little bit ahead of himself. But interesting to note, Mognus went for an air roll shot. He had deliberately touched the ball just ever so slightly before using the haymaker, which does add a ton of power to the shot. I was talking to Kronovi about this, and he says that if you're going for a shot, or if you want to hit the ball like a shot with a haymaker... What a play by Mognus! Hold that thought. Look at this play by Mognus. Takes the shot and then swaps Deevo out of the way of the save. Deevo was trying to go for a haymaker clear, just ends up blasting at his own net. That is a pretty sick goal by Mognus. Very well done. I'm interested to see that he wasn't in the way of the ball as well. He managed to shoot it in a position that Deevo wasn't in, and then swap Deevo to his own location, just so that when he arrived in Deevo's location, he wouldn't accidentally save his own shot. But I was saying before that about haymaker shots. If you hit the ball and then you activate the haymaker, the speed of the ball is much more than if you just use a haymaker on a ball that is, you know, just stationary and floating around. So definitely try give that one a go. You can get some proper boomers with
that's a boomer.
speaking of boomers, that is indeed a boomer. Socialist Mango 3, welcome back, dude. 4 months, much appreciated. And 2 months from Pterodactyl.
Whatever happened to Yemen?
I don't think anybody cares, but I appreciate the resub, dude. I don't know what happened to Yemen. He's a problem child of Rocket League, if for lack of a better description. Deevo with a pretty creative play there to get the ball from his own half to Mognus' half. Double touch from the air. Mognus has beamed it at the near post. Utter beanage from the Finn. Let's take a look at what he saw here. Apart from the fact that Deevo did a great job to take that ball from one end to the other, it looks like Mognus just did not see the speed of the center ball. It just rolled center and he missed it completely. But yes, Pterodactyl, thank you for the 2 months. It's good to have you back, my friend. You were banned for spamming my chat. What a time to be alive. Well, I've always said one-man spam will get people banned. So if you're spamming, like if you're just copy-pasting the same message over and over again, you're going to get banned because that's boring. Like, nobody likes to see that. Right, we're going to see the doink from Deevo. No, this time he gets the plunger goal and avoids the save on his own shot. So he's failed this play already by accidentally saving his own plunger shot. But this time he jumps over it. Perfect timing. I'd never seen that before. Doing a plunger shot and jumping over the ball. That's pretty smart by the Englishman. Two very one-sided games here. What are they doing in the kickoff? Oh yeah, for everybody who's just tuning in right now, what they're doing on the face-off is just something a little bit new. We're going to try it in a 1v1, like a real 1v1 pretty soon on my stream. Maybe not tonight, but we'll do it in another 1v1. Where the first kickoff of every game is just a normal face-off, just a, you know, regular, both players go to the ball or, you know, do whatever they want. But, you know, most of the time it's going to result in both players go to the ball. And every kickoff after that, the player who got scored on is allowed to take possession for free. So these guys, I didn't give them too detailed as a description of what that would look like, but they've come up with this, you know, idea that they're just going to let one player go to the middle and then dribble the ball sideways or dribble it back, while the other player just goes to get boosted in the back of the field. Mognus with another swap goal here. Really creative player swapping by Mognus. Look at that, he centers it. And then as Deevo jumps for the save, Mognus swaps him out. And then he just loops around and scores in the open net. Really smart play from Mognus with the position swap mutator. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Maybe somebody in the chat can enlighten me about that one. Call it the socialist kickoff. That would be a decent name for it. So it's going to be a short stream like yesterday or a long one. It's going to be a short stream, but there will be a surprise for you guys after the stream is done today. I think you guys are going to like it. I won't spoil it, although I'm not sure. It might have already been spoiled by someone. But I won't spoil it for you guys. Just know that you will probably enjoy the surprise. I think you guys are going to have a good time. And if you're watching on YouTube, then I'll put the I guess I'll try and remember to put the surprise in the description, because I know you guys are probably going to be asking what was the surprise. What was it? Giveaway? No, it's not a giveaway. No, you can guess, but it's not that. I'm probably not going to tell you. I'm engaged. Yeah, that's it. Face reveal. Yeah, it's a face reveal. Definitely RLCS. No, it ain't RLCS either. You're not going to get it. I mean, actually, you might. I don't know. It's possible. Mognus is trying to go for another one of his patented backflip flicks right there. He managed to only turn 90 degrees, and then he double jumped by mistake. I did see him pull off the backflip flick successfully on his own stream the other day. I think it was yesterday. So it's a move that, although I've talked to him about it, and he said that he doesn't really know.
While I was drunk the other night. Apparently, I didn't get the job done.
Welcome back,
to another month.
Welcome back, my friend. Mognus has had a ton of spikes compared to Deevo here, and this time Deevo will get the save. Mognus trying to be a little bit too creative for his own good. But like I was saying about Mognus's 180 backflip dribble, he said that he hasn't really, you know, completely figured out how to do it. He just, you know, he's thinking, this might be a decent shot. Okay, it's the boomer. You know, he just accidentally blasts it sometimes. So that's good. What? Holy! Who did that? Did you guys see that at the end? They just got swapped. How? How did they do that? They got swapped at the end. How did you have a power up before kickoff even happened? Deevo apparently had the player swap power up before kickoff even happened, and not only that, but he was able to use it on Mognus, who was across the other side of the field. They just swapped positions. Oh yeah. Oh no! I wrote oh yeah on the scoreboard. I thought I was writing the chat, but I wasn't. I was writing the scoreboard. That's a good thing to do.
Would you ever do viewer games? Put me in versus Deevo for a game for the lulz.
I don't think I would ever do viewer. I don't think I would ever do viewer games on stream because no one. Oh, I'm not typing this in the screen anymore. Yeah, nobody wants to watch those, dude. I've made this analogy before, and I'll make it again. But do you want to watch or not 1,000? Let's say that there's 1,000 viewers right now. That means that for viewer games, you would need to have, like, let's say we can get 7 people in every viewer game. Or maybe, I guess, if it's 100% viewer games in casting, 8 people in every viewer game, that's probably going to be something... Hold on, look at this goal. but for, let's say, 800 people to play in viewer games, 8 at a game, do you want to watch 100 viewer games that don't include you just to see one that does? I don't think you do. Right? I don't think you do. But that was pretty sick by Mognus. Just storms the ball into the sidewall, and Deevo can't even control himself. He's out of the game. Completely out of the game. But Fami, if I did do viewer games, I would definitely put you in because I'm a sellout and you did donate. So if I did them, of course you would be you'd be top of the list. Why are we just seeing the dumbest goals of all time here? As Mognus tries to plunger the ball, he just manages to drag Deevo back a little bit, and then Deevo continues on with the plunge, failing behind him, ties the game. These goals are so dumb. This is why we watch Mognus every now and then. Or not Mognus, Rumble. But yeah, we watch Mognus as well. For the silly goals, Mognus beamed the dribble, but then he got the incredible kick onto Deevo, and then he just goes for a sick dunk. Look at this 50-50 by Mognus. He just like plants his car perfectly in the way of the clear. He even leaned forward to get the larger hitbox from the top side of the octane right there. Very well done. But Jockstrap, I don't think I give you enough thanks for that. 7 months, much appreciated, dude. I miss you, bro. Wow. Okay, Deevo absolutely beamed this. Mognus is gonna... Oh, Mognus has also beamed it. What are these guys doing? Deevo's celebrating. Now he finally gets his spikes. What? What is this? That was possibly the most I've ever seen, like, back-to-back beanage happen in Rumble. We had both these guys essentially miss open nets with the spikes. Deevo actually missed the ball, and then Mognus missed the open net with the spikes. He was trying to freestyle it in. Mognus did used to be a freestyler, for those of you who are interested to know that. I'm sure that there's a far too large percentage of you guys who are very, very interested to hear that Mognus was a freestyler back in the day. Deevo did well there to recover, despite the fact that Mognus tried to disrupt him. Can he control the shot though? Yes, he can. Absolute boomer right into the center of the net. That's got to be 180 at least. Oh, 170. Okay, I was close enough. I was going for the 180 prediction, but it's just a 170 kph shot. Deevo with the boom in the chat. Mognus with the Bewmer, B-E-W-M-E-R. That's a new way of spelling that one. You would love to see some more Hoops 1v1 games. Captain Brian, there will be more Hoops 1v1 games on the channel, I'm sure. Not too often though. We don't want to like do too much of that kind of thing. Mognus with another player swap play. He is so good with this power up. That is so impressive that he's able to consistently make great plays with the positional swap. He did get in the way of that one as he swapped Deevo completely last second, and Deevo was already in position to save it. And Mognus, by swapping with Deevo, put himself in position to save the shot, but able to recover and score in the open net regardless. Up by 2 against Deevo. Mognus having a great showing here. His creativity with that power up in particular, but also a couple of other power ups and a couple of, I'd say, some good spikes luck. They've given him a good advantage here. But look at this, Deevo completely outplays Mognus. He tries to do the drive-by magnet grab, but unfortunately Magnet gets beaten by the freeze in the huge rock, paper, scissors circle of life that is Rumble. And Mognus just flies off the screen. Snow Day 1v1s, perhaps. Don't know if players would enjoy that too much though, because the puck is kind of limiting with what you can do. It doesn't give players many ways to express themselves and their creativity. That time it was Deevo with the player swap, but he used it defensively. We've seen Mognus pretty much exclusively using the player swap offensively, but now we see Deevo's just mastery of legit 1v1s coming in pretty clutch here. A fake challenge, baiting Mognus into what he thought was going to be a 50-50, but it just results in Deevo getting an open net shot. Top 5 teams in RLCS 3. Probably the 4 EU teams that are there and NRG. What do I think about ZX Nation? I don't even know what that is. I think what Mognus just did right there is he hit the shot, and then right after he grappled to the ball, and he got kind of a double hit on it, so it goes super, super fast. But it's good that we finally see a closer game here. We had 2 very one-sided games, and now an extremely close game in Game 3. Mognus has just touched that one wide. If there's 1 second left in Rumble, players get the power up before the kickoff. I think if it's less than 10 seconds left in Rumble, they get the power up. That would make sense anyway. Mognus again with the attempted player swap aggression, but this time he makes the save on his own shot, as he did swap Deevo very, very late into that shot. Yosh139, welcome to the channel, my friend. Much appreciated. Twitch Prime coming in clutch yet again. And I think I've been on the ball with shoutouts today, but if I did miss you, be sure to let me know in the chat. Just tag me or tag one of my mods and inform them that I did not. Thank you for subbing. If I mean, don't just lie about it though, because I've got a list here. So I could see who's been legit. I know all of you are gonna say that you didn't. Oh, why did I even suggest this? This was a terrible idea. I beamed it. I don't think G2 will do an RLCS. They'll probably make the LAN, and then they'll probably make day 2, and then they're probably gonna come 5th or 6th. That's my prediction. But it's early doors yet. RLCS qualifier hasn't even happened, so who knows what'll happen by the time LAN comes around. Deevo doing a good job there to get some distance on that hit. If you notice, he air rolled away from the ball before dodging into it, just to get that guaranteed power shot. And keeping pretty good control despite the fact that Mognus gave him the disruptor, and now he's going to try and get some height on the ball, but that is not going to work. Magnet unable to get the elevation that he was looking for, and now Mognus in the lead yet again. Mognus having a great showing here. I don't think he's ever played 1v1 on my channel, but of course he is the 2v2 master. He has, I think he's 6-0 in 2v2 games on my channel. If he if he has only played the 2 lobbies that I recall. Oh, Deevo could have gone for a shot there. He tried to just disrupt Mognus' speed, send him flying across the net, perhaps put it behind him. But Deevo's running out of options here. Mognus with the power shot flick. Never seen that one before. And he gets the open net rebound. Really creative setup here by Mognus. If you look at what he did, just flicks it with the power shot power up. What I think about F2, pretty entertaining, guys. I don't think they're going to qualify for RLCS week 2. We'll have to wait and see though. Maybe they can. Deevo in his last legs in game 3. Can he get 2 goals in 15 seconds? He's got to convert this and score again. That is going to be 1 out of 2 though. Needs to find a second one, but there he's off to a good start. I think he might have grappling hook shot this. Let's have a closer look here. I don't even know what that was by Deevo. I don't even know what power up he went for, but it looks like Mognus arced the ball into his own net with the magnet. Of course, Mognus does get the free possession here, so Deevo is gonna have to get up here in his face pretty fast. He does have 100 boost on his side. He's waiting for the power up, I believe. Oh, Mognus has fired really high, but he does get the distance. Deevo also with a haymaker. No way is that in. That would have been so sick if he got the pull shot, or not the like legit Rocket League pull shot, but the other type of pull shot. Of course, there's multiple types of like shots that kind of relate to the game pull. Going for the bounce shot off the wall. Mognus actually taking game 3. He's up by 1 in the series. And Mognus said that he had to go and eat dinner pretty soon. I'm not sure how soon, but if he has to go, he'll I'm sure he'll let us know. The bank shot, yeah, that's one way of calling it. That's a basketball term, right? Excuse my UK ignorance. What football club did I support? Do I support? None really. Zedek Nation is Dan Shizzle's new team. Well, I'm sorry, I just didn't know. I mean, I'm only really following the very, very top teams, so if there's like new teams popping up. Oh wait, ZN, is that what, or XN, is that what they stand for? I knew they were XN was their abbreviation. I didn't know it was Zedek Nation. It's a pretty silly name, to be honest. Seriously. Zedek Nation. Really? How am I even supposed to say that? Thoughts on Iris beating Energy 4-0 yesterday? I actually didn't know about that, but I heard that Showdown GG were having some issues with their internet connections. That's kind of unfortunate. Energy have been in a little bit of a slump. I don't think they've been playing that much together since Garrett G joined, but I'm sure they'll get it together. They're all very smart players, and they've got a long time yet before the line comes around. They can definitely fix their problems. Deevo with a sideways air dribble, but of course, anytime you take the ball to the air and rumble, there are far more ways that your opponent can ruin your day than in a regular 1v1, this being one of them. Mognus ruins Deevo's day with a haymaker. RLCS predictions for Leaf. I think group play is where their RLCS run will end. But Leaf are looking pretty good. Krzak is actually a very good player at the moment. Extremely underrated. And he has played in a team with Jazer before, so they've got a bit of history between them. GM Sexay, of course, solid in his own right. Mognus getting a goal out of a freeze play. Deevo trying to go for a mind game, but he gave Mognus all the time in the world to think about what he was doing, and he just freezes the ball and open net shoots it. What is Sad Junior doing? I think he's teamed up with like Chrome or someone. I don't really know. I don't think he's gonna make group stage. It's unlikely. He might. I don't know. There's not that many amazing teams in North America. There's quite a lot of teams in North America that have just like botched together at the last minute. So, not expecting a huge amount of competition. I think last RLCS I got like, I think pretty much everybody predicted 7 out of 8 of the group stage teams perfectly, just because there was no depth of talent at all. It was like the top 8, everybody else. And the deception, I guess, were making up the top 9. Who's G2's third? Rizzo, JNeps, and Kronovi is G2 right now. Very solid team. I'd say JNeps is one of the best, if not the best player in North America at the moment. Extremely solid player, from what I've seen. I mean, I've not, like I said, I've not been following every tournament religiously, but the ones I've seen, JNeps has impressed me a lot. People come out of top in NA, NRG, or G2. Probably NRG, eventually. I think NRG have just got more consistency. Okay, Deevo not even close to a save here. Let's take a look at what he saw. Because Mognus fakes the air dribble, gives Deevo the disruptor, and it looks like it was just too hard for Deevo to control. Yeah, he's just not able to slow himself down. And of course, if the opponent does give you the disruptor and you can't stop boosting, probably better just go at the ball shadowing while you're boosting non-stop. almost impossible. Thoughts about Rizzo? Yeah, he's a really smart player. Seems like a good addition to that team. Oh, Mognus accidentally magnets it wide of the net. He could have scored that if he just peeled away from the ball a little bit, because of course the farther you are away from the ball with the magnet equipped, the less effect the magnet has. And he could have just let the ball continue to roll in the line that it was in by you know, hitting the brakes. Again though, Mognus has been so good with the positional swap. This is the best use of positional swap that I've ever seen in a Rumble 1v1. Very consistently securing possession and also just scoring goals with it. And look at the dribbling play by Mognus. Doesn't even need the power up. This is extremely impressive stuff from him. I'd love to see Mognus in a legitimate 1v1 if he can do all these dribbling plays. Combine that with his already solid air game and his very fast recovering. I really think that he could be a pretty solid ones player. I've never seen him play many ones games, so he doesn't he calls himself like somebody who's not good at ones, but pretty much every pro player would tell you that. What happened at over 0? He just stopped playing competitive. Oh, the nearly own goal by Deevo. Mognus gets another one here. Looking that he's definitely got Deevo's number in this series, and Deevo is trying to come in with a grappling hook interception, but Mognus gets the shot in the net just in the nick of time. If he'd waited any longer there, Deevo would have hit it to the side with that grappling hook. Why do I feel like NRG will be the best in NA? G2 and Iris are pretty hot these days, because I don't think that the current standings are going to stay the same. That's all. Mognus again, player swap. Look what he did. He deliberately jumps up into the air above his own net and inverts his car's orientation. And then he swaps Deevo so that Deevo's in this extremely awkward position above Mognus' net, and Mognus gets to go on the ground where Deevo was. Extremely smart use of that. I'm glad that we're getting to see so much of him on that power up, because it's a joy to watch. And he's gonna blast this one in. Gets an inadvertent demo after this pickup. Actually, might have been deliberate. I'm not sure if he meant to do that demo. He was mainly going for the ball, just trying to blast it clear. But Mognus has had some incredibly smart plays in this Rumble 1v1. Top 5 RLCS team season 3. I've already said the 4 EU teams and NRG probably are the teams who are going to be top. Oh, what a play, Deevo! He's going to launch it up high, then plunge it back down again. And Mognus is going to do some defending with the spikes, but it wasn't enough to keep the ball out of the net. Of course, with the plunger being active on the ball after Mognus had connected with the spikes, it continued to pull that ball into Mognus' net, and it pulled Mognus with it. What do you guys think about this kickoff strategy, though? I'm actually quite liking it. I'd love to see it in an actual 1v1. I'm sure we'll do that pretty soon, if not today. We probably won't do it today. Oh, and there's Mognus with the backflip flick. I think he ignited his power up just a little bit too late there, because there was no crazy amount of speed on that, and he's missed on the open net, unfortunately for him. Deevo still needs to find quite a few goals here to make this comeback happen. Mognus' ability to convert his power-ups into turnovers of possession has been so impressive this entire series. Deevo definitely struggling to utilize the power-ups to the same level of efficiency. Look at Mognus just making things so hard for Deevo. The last second there, just freezing the ball to disrupt Deevo's dribble, slow down the attack a little bit, and Mognus with his fast recovering yet again is able to get back and challenge, but then he gets faked anyway. Deevo with a really smart mind game here. He could not get rid of Mognus, so what does he do? He just says, well, if I can't get rid of you by making plays, I'm just going to do nothing, and hope that you get out the way, and he did. Mognus trying to send Deevo to the Shadow Realm yet again. I'm not sure what that reference is about, but it certainly isn't far away from the truth. Mognus doing a great job here, dismantling Deevo in Rumble 1s. You want to see Sweaty McSource Deevo? That's a series I could get down. Mognus trying to air dribble the ball with the positional swap, but Deevo this time gets the immediate turnover with that power up. Sorry, I got my power up names mixed up. It's Mognus trying to air dribble with the Storm, but Deevo with the positional swap. A lot of goals with the positional swap this game, which is not a power up that we see in Civilized Mode Rumble, which of course was mostly what I was focusing on when I started casting Rumble initially, partly to try and get a little bit less of the power ups in every game, because it was really hard to remember the names of them all, and this should be game. Mognus up by a goal already. Deevo tries to keep it out, and he will, but it's to no avail. He's going to drop the game 4 regardless. Mognus up 3-1, and I believe, yeah, he took the last 2 games in a row. He did take game 1, Deevo took game 2. Impressive stuff from Mognus. He's definitely played a lot of Rumble before. At least I would guess. I mean, I can't say that with 100% certainty, but he looks like he knows what he's doing with these Rumble power-ups. Is this a best of 7? Yes, it is a best of 7. It is indeed. It is indeed a best of 7. Is the title an accurate representation of what we're seeing, by the way? Toasty, I forgot to even check if it is an accurate representation of what is happening on stream. Mognus seems to be the player who's able to pick up the spikes quite a lot more. Deevo is gonna get in his way with the boot. What is the boot called? What is the actual name for that? Just so I can roleplay a little bit harder. I've forgotten. The because we got the haymaker is the glove, but what is the boot called? Looking at the chat, somebody's probably gonna tell me. Any minute now. Any minute now. Right now. Here it comes. The name of the boot is. Nope. Nobody. You think it's just the boot? Is it actually just called the boot? That is pretty funny. I thought it was going to be called like a really complicated name, because it's not like the boxing glove, it's the haymaker. The steel toe, it's just called the boot. It's actually just called the boot. The teleporter, oh yeah, the teleporter, not the positional swap. I mean, I was being extremely literal. The name of the boot is Brian. Labooty. The Nan. I have a troll face. No, I don't. What are you talking about, hen? It's called the boot. Is it actually? Here it comes. My guys, Deevo here. It's gonna go for some sick rebound. I think, do you guys remember one of the funniest gifs I ever saw on Rocket League subreddit? Which, by the way, I wish there were less gifs on Rocket League subreddit. Seriously, why did none of the interesting threads ever get as much attention as the stupid gifs of terrible my first aerial goals, which I could definitely see less of in the future? I'd be very glad. Look at this shot by Mognus though. He manages to rip this one with a little bit of curl on it, courtesy of that storm, and Deevo unable to keep it out. I think the storm might have accelerated it a tiny bit. What was I talking about before that? I was talking about the Reddit. Oh yeah, did you guys see the gif? One of the gifs that I did like was I think it was the very first day of Rumble where somebody just air dribbled with the spikes at in a 4v4, and look at Deevo just whipping up a storm in Mognus' life right now. But yeah, somebody air dribbled with the spikes, and there was 4 opponents like grappling to the ball, and they were all just like getting dragged along by this one player with the spikes. It was just like the perfect visual description of why the spikes were so OP, or considered OP. I don't know if they'd actually be OP if you were allowed to choose your power up. I've talked about this before. I'd love for this to be a mode in Rocket League where you get into the game and you can just select a power up, and that is your power up that you get all game long. That would be pretty sick. So you could do like different team
Johnny,
comps.
can you believe it? It's finally time for me to resubscribe. I will not moi spam you this time. This time I want you to know how special you are and how thankful I am for you and all that you've done to help my Rocket League skills.
Hold up. What did Deevo just do here? How did the ball come off the bottom of his car? Oh, he had spikes. I didn't see this because he's like air dribbling off the back. Look at that though. Deevo actually threw the ball off the bottom of his car. That is so well done. I'm not sure if he deliberately let go of that, but that was pretty sick. He was just air dribbling it backwards, and then he flung it kind of upwards at the last second, slingshot maneuver to get the additional speed to take Mognus out of the game. But King Spectre, that is really kind of you to say. Really kind, I appreciate that. And thanks for the 2 months as well. And the 1 month from Ario Lagor Gonzola. Difficult to say your name, but I hope I didn't do it too badly. Appreciate the sub, buddy. Welcome to the channel. We get another boot goal, since I'm finally using the correct terminology, and I know that I am. The boot goal from Mognus just gives Deevo the big boot in the face, boot in the teeth. IP Joker with the 5 months. Welcome back, buddy. I appreciate the resub. A little bit overdone right there on the grappling shot from Deevo. Similar sort of strategy. Oh, I was going to say, similar sort of strategy to the haymaker shot. He just gives it a little touch on the knee, follows up with the grappling hook immediately afterwards. Then we do see Mognus with the haymaker shot. Oh, Deevo nearly beamed the ball center for Mognus, but he had the plunger to rescue him. Would have probably been a good idea to keep that plunger for a situation like this, trying to outplay Mognus in his own half. There it is again, the haymaker shot. Look at the power that Deevo's able to get right there as he just barely touches the ball before giving it the haymaker blast. Mognus continues to give Deevo trouble here in the Rumble 1's games. I feel like Rumble as a game mode for 1v1, I do think it's actually quite a viable and serious game mode, because players who don't like 1v1s, they usually don't like them for reasons such as kickoff goals, getting lots of goals from losing 50-50s, and you know, just not being able to maintain their boost. I'd say those are the three most frustrating things, like getting, you know, just getting, I guess getting demoed and bumped is another thing. That's like maybe my top 4 reasons for people saying they don't like ones. Kickoffs, 50-50s, getting bumped / demoed, and then you know, getting boost starved. Would anybody add anything to that list? If you would, then put it in the chat, I'll check it out. But those things don't happen as much in Rumble. There's a lot more time to go around and pick up boost, because you can, you know, you can go back for a boost with the knowledge that you've got an extremely defensive power-up available to use, and that can rescue you at the last second. Of course, same thing with getting demo. Doesn't happen so much because you see a lot more reactive defending and shadowing, so you're not putting yourself in the firing line of demos just so much. And with kickoffs, we're kind of getting rid of kickoffs goals with this little gentleman's kickoff strategy that we're using here. But Mognus does set up an open net blaster with this fake. Really good job, because Deevo knew he had to pre-jump there if he wanted to save what would have been a blaster. And Mognus lines up this SARP power up to boom it in from close range. Smurfs. Crippling social anxiety. Hello from New Zealand, please do more at this time. We'll see what we got time for, dude. There's a mind game from Deevo, and it's gonna succeed. Really good job. I don't know if Mognus got a freeze here. The ball did fall off Deevo's car. If you look here, he ignites the spikes, gets the mind game, and then it fell off, so it might have been a freeze there for Mognus. I'm not 100% sure. But Deevo needs one more if he wants to tie this up. Needs one more if he wants to tie this up. But yeah, like I was saying, expect to see players who are maybe not so comfortable at early challenges and 50-50s to succeed a lot more in Rumble ones than they would in regular ones. And look at Mognus just powering it over the line. Deevo tried his best to slow it down.
Dan's game.
Mognus saying go in, as he just drags it over the line. Deevo was trying to pull him out with the plunger, but the plunger just didn't last long enough. And that's going to be game. Deevo's got to score 2 goals really quick. He does have a power up here. If it's a haymaker, it'll be pretty sick. And he does get the player swap on Mognus, but the ball does not make it to the goal in time. That would have been a good goal though by Deevo. I think it was him who used the teleport at the last second. I think it was him. Yeah, that's GG's in the best of 7. That is indeed GG's. Let me just update that score. Mognus taking down Deevo 4-1. Very good mastery off the power ups. Very good mastery of the power ups. Impressive stuff from him. And MHD120, thanks for the 420. Wino Modo Mute. Johnny's chat is not cancer. I mean, I've told people they're gonna stop one man spamming or they're gonna get timed out. That's the only thing that'll get you timed out in my chat. Well, I guess that and just like mindless symbol spam or racism or like hatred. And Mice Row as well with the sub. Welcome to the channel, my friend, and I appreciate you. I don't know if I missed anybody. Like I said, if I did, then let me know. Let me know if I did miss someone. Johnny, what are you guys found? Johnny's nose, also known as Nepal. In Nepal as Sagarmatha. Oh, this is going to be something about Mount Everest, for goodness sake. I already know. China as Chomolungma. What a name. Earth's highest mountain. The peak is 8,848 meters. I wonder how long it's going to take for it to be like 4.8, because it does get taller every year, right? Above sea level. Johnny is 29,000 feet above sea level. Man, that's quite high. Because they talk about planes being 30,000 feet, right? Yeah. So it's like the height of a plane flying. Man, that's pretty high. I didn't realize that me lying down made such an obstacle. Johnny's nose is the in the Mahalagnar range, the international border between China, Tibet Autonomous Region, and Nepal, runs across Johnny's nose summit point. That's very good, guys. Whoever started that, 10 out of 10. would read again. Hold on, guys. I'll tell you what this